Hello everyone, welcome back to PythoVibes YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to share some of the mistakes I have done while I was switching from one company to another company. And here you can learn the mistakes, or also along with that you can enhance your problem solving skills. And first of all, if you are attending for any interview, you have to prepare for yourself, and at least the basic functional programming you should be good with that. So basic data types and all, how to add, delete, and all such things in any of the data type you should be aware of. So I was lacking the preparation at that time. I can say like even before that interview also I was watching something on my mobile, like some entertainment content and all. So don't do that. So just prepare for yourself and try to clear it. That was my first mistake I had done earlier. And this is one of the problem I have came across during my initial stages. So I have given with one of the list, and this list contains the four numbers only. And they were saying that so when we take each number, and if you find the sum of digits in that number, we, like 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 2 is 6. So there would be some number which is common for most of the numbers when we sum those digits. So after that, for whichever the numbers it has the common value, those has to be the original values has to be add. So after that we have to check which are the numbers which is coming as highest result. So that should be our output. So if we consider here, 51 plus 42 is 93, and 17 plus 71 is 88. So here the mistake I have done was I didn't even listen properly till the person explains the entire question. So firstly, don't just rush through the questions and start writing the coding. Just don't do that. So firstly, understand what the interviewer is expecting and what he was asking. So firstly, understand that, and then think and take your time for solving this question. First you think it, and then you can start writing the code. But at that moment I didn't even listen properly till the whole problem was being explained. I just till here only I just listened, and I started writing code for some of the digits. But later the interviewer explained even this step as well. So that is one of the case. So here we will discuss what are the steps to solve this question. So firstly, we have already know that we need to find sum of the digits for each number, and then we need to group the numbers which will sum up to same value, the common values whatever are there, we need to group them, and then we need to sum the top two numbers and we need to save it, and we have to, at the end we just have to return the max value out of which. So then we will just do one thing here. As I mentioned earlier, first step is to find the digits here. So we got a list here, and I just named this function as problem solving, and I'm passing this list as an argument here. And here what I had to do, I had to find the sum of each number in this. So to do that, I have to loop over the all these list elements for n in this list, and then I had to call one another function. Either I can call, or I can here itself find the sum of digits. For better coding standards, I'm just calling another function from here. So above I will define one function named as sum of digits, and then I will I will pass n to this function, sum of digits equals to 0, and then while n is greater than 0, I'm just writing a code for to find the sum of digits of in a number. So I got each time I will get one number, 51 first time, 42 second time, so that way. And I need to find out the sum of digits. So firstly I should get individual digit. So here how will I get it? Using the modulus operator you can get the digit. So sum of digit equals to plus equals to the individual digit, and then next I would reduce this by doing floor division, and at the end I will just return this sum of these digits. So this is the method function I wrote above, and then for this I will pass n here. Here only we need to look carefully look here, like see every time I would get one number, like 6 or 8 or anything like 6688. So what I thought initially, because I didn't listen properly and I don't know what data type has to be taken here to store the sum of digits, and then once he explained me this thing, I have to take the common numbers as a key, and whatever the numbers sum up to the same value, those would be the values of that particular key. So for that reason, we need to use the dictionary here. So D is the dictionary I'm taking, and each time we will get one sum of digits like either 6 or 8. Sum of digits is not in this D here. If it is not there, then it just has to initialize one list here, empty list. If it is already existed, then it has to append that into this list. So you should know how to do this, like what is it doing here. So let me do one thing. I will just written this dictionary so that you will have a idea of what are we doing here. 51, 42 are giving the same sum, and 80, 17, 71, these all sum up to the same number, which is 8. So we got one dictionary here. So till here we have covered two steps, like we have already grouped the numbers which will sum up to same value. The mistake here what I had done is, I will tell you. So each time we are getting one number, so I thought I will append into one list here. Instead of dictionary, I thought I will take one list here and then I will just append this number, append this sum of digits. But this doesn't make any sense when we wanted to go ahead. Like we need to find out top two numbers sum, and we have to save it somewhere. So this doesn't work. So here I have to take another data type to structure my outputs. So that is the reason we should go for dictionary here. So till here we have covered two steps, and next we will move on to the third step, which is sum the top two numbers and save it. So after I got this dictionary here, what I had done, like I had taken the, here though we are getting these many values because we have 17, this 80 wasn't there earlier. So yeah, these are the only numbers. So I was writing only to cover this input only. That was the another mistake. And whatever the code we are writing, that should be compatible with any type of input sets. And 42 I will sum up and then I will save it. What if we have more than two numbers? So that case I just ignored it. I didn't even think of it. So we have to do that. How to do that? So if there are multiple values, like 80 is also there, which will sum up to the same value. But if we think like we need to get the maximum value here. So what would be the max value when we sum these values? For 8, we need to sum 81 and 71, because only these numbers will give us the maximum value here. So if I would change the positions here, it will make sense like right now. So you may say that these two things will sum up to around 93, and these two things it will sum up to 87. No, but you need to sum the maximum values, top two values from each value, and then you have to compare it. So to happen like that, you need to sort these values each time here for k comma v in v dot items, and then wherever we have one v equals to, I had to sort these values v dot let me take reverse in descending order. I wanted to sort the values, so for that reason I'm using this. And then I had to update this value, some value, sum of v of this two. So this will work. If you use just top two values or something, then that will give you some errors like list index out of range or something like that. But just to avoid that, you can go with slicing. This thing, this trick I didn't even remember while writing the code. So just keep in mind, and then if you practice it, then it would be easy for you to solve, so that you won't make this sort of mistakes like me. So let me do one thing. After that, I will just return this D here so that you can see the difference. Oh no, one second. This has to be out of this thing. So I have started, this indexing was not in the proper alignment. Let me make these corrections. So now you have the values for the common keys here. The top two values, when we sum up, it will give you the values. First step. And the fourth step, what it is saying, return the maximum value. So how will you find the max value of a dictionary? So if the interviewer is okay to use the max function, then you can directly do this max of d dot values. That will give you 93. Otherwise, if they are not okay, then you can just write your own code to find the maximum value from the list of from the dictionary values. So how will you do that? I have an initiated m equals to 0, and I will loop over the values for v in d dot values, and then if v is greater than m, and then I have to update this m with v, and at the end return this max value. So let me do one thing. I will test it with other numbers. So we got 151. So here I will just list out the mistakes I had done so that you can avoid these mistakes in your interviews as well. So make sure you have prepared well for before sitting for an interview. That is the main thing to remember, keep in mind. And the next thing is neglecting the edge cases. Like here initially I just wrote it for 4 numbers which are in the dictionary, but not thinking of like the pairs, the numbers which is sum up to the same value. If we have 3 or 4 more than 2 numbers, if we have it, then in that case what would be the case? So such kind of edge cases I didn't even discuss with the interviewer. So once we ask, then only they will explain, right? So that thing you shouldn't neglect those edge cases. And the next thing is, just don't rush through the questions. Like just simply wait and think of your solution, and if possible you can just explain your thought process or the way you wanted to proceed to resolve this particular problem, whatever you've been given with. And then so like if you consider this thing here, I had thought I would take list and then I would append it, but that was not the right choice. So fixating on one approach is not a good thing. So if you get stuck with some of the approaches, you should be open to other approaches, so that interviewers also will appreciate your problem solving skills over sticking to a single version of solution. So that is another thing. And if you don't write the entire solution, then that would become incomplete solution, right? So ensure your code is complete and handles all aspects of the problem. And these incomplete solutions may give the impression of lack of attention to the details. And at the end, finally, not asking for feedback, whatever the code you wrote during the interview time, and if the time remaining, then you can ask for the feedback on your solutions. So this will demonstrates your willingness to learn and improve. So that would be another thing to keep in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just don't make mistakes. Whatever the things I have mentioned in my video, try to avoid, and I hope you will get success soon. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, kindly share and subscribe to PythoVibes YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.